Well, if I was looking for physical affirmations, they're definitely there. I'm going to start this again for the second time. Um, really, really feeling out of sorts today, out of place. Um, I really don't fit in anywhere, it seems like. And I'm just feeling like I'm in pretty direct conflict with the things around me right now. Um, and that I just don't fit and I just don't really work anywhere here today. Um, Not with work, not with life, not with my thoughts or feelings or opinions or with what I'm trying to do. Um, and even like working on myself and all this, it just feels like everything I do, I'm either doing it wrong or it just doesn't seem to work or fit or make sense to somebody else. Or it's not enough, or it's the wrong direction, or it's the wrong whatever. And I just feel really out of place. Um, yeah, everything I'm trying to do right now feels very much not just against the grain or against the flow, but almost wrong, I guess. Like almost. Like it's not just that it doesn't make sense for people, or it, it's it seems to be like things where it's either uncomfortable or um, hard to be around or hard to communicate or connect with. Like I just feel like I don't fit in with anybody anymore. Um, yeah, even something as simple as trying to be healthy or trying to get sleep at night or any of these things. And I think maybe uh, one of the hardest things for me is that I need to be a lot more rigid maybe than a lot of other people, where I can't have a lot of flexibility in some things just because it's too easy for me to not do anything. And so I have to be a lot stricter with myself. Um, or things just kind of fall apart quickly. And so I don't I don't get to have one drink. I don't get to have a little bit of fun. I don't get to shop a little bit. I don't get to let loose. I don't get to have chocolate cake on Sunday. Like it just for me, it all becomes like everything all the time. I don't have a lot of friction between me and doing anything, and so the second that I decide I want to do something, I just do it until I don't want to do it anymore. And So it's not that easy for me to navigate, and I think maybe for some people it's hard to process. Um, like I have to go to the gym every day because if I don't go to the gym, then I won't go to the gym, and it's like I enjoy it. Um, I don't always feel like it, but if I start making these compromises to like not go to the gym to have dinner with somebody or not go to the gym to do this or that, then I always have a reason to not go do something. And and everything is kind of like that in my life. And so um, even when I'm making compromises and even when I'm making adjustments to my life, I have to be pretty rigid with them. Like even like I would say I guess maybe my mind is like out to get me. So like, let's say I was gonna put myself on a budget, but for some reason, buying flowers for people or giving gifts was a budget exception. Well, all of a sudden, then that would be my new thing. It's just buying flowers every day and giving gifts to people just so I could like I will find a workaround to anything. And maybe that's a good thing in some scenarios, but when you're trying to make deals with yourself to change your life, you're working against I'm working against a master level manipulator of rules. Like I'm fighting against myself, and myself and my mind is something that lives to find loopholes. And I don't know that it's like this for very many people, and I don't know that anyone really understands what it's like to be in a constant battle against yourself. Um, and I'm really trying to be better and do better and become a better person. And like this is why happiness for me is a lot more achievable and manageable when it's found in things that are um, abundant and not costly and have value without any sort of um, required payment, like sunshine and being at the beach and going in the ocean and being able to walk every day, like tricking myself or whatever it is to like find happiness and fulfillment in those means that even when my mind goes crazy and obsesses about these things, it's like it doesn't hurt me or cost me anything. If I need to go sit in the sand 3 times a day to clear my head, uh, there's no downside. It's not like eating ice cream or or gambling or even having somebody to vent to. It's like, well, if I have this conditional reset that requires somebody to be available to me, They might not always be available to the craziness in my head. And so finding these things that are able to keep me sort of half steady, that don't require anybody else, that don't require me to spend money, that don't require me to do anything other than just be there and participate. It's been really valuable to me, but I think it's still, for a lot of people, just seems like I'm kidding myself, or that I'm not like valuing the important things, or that I don't necessarily know what you would call it, but I just, like, it's not easy for me to be okay. And that's not something that I can ask other people to take on, and it's not something that um, that is easily shareable, because there's still a whole nother level of not being okay that involves being around people, and what they do and say that affects how I feel. Yeah, it's been a hard day today, just because I just feel like everywhere I turn, somebody's I'm just like a letdown, or I'm just not somebody's expectation of what I should be, or I'm not able to provide what somebody's looking for, or be the person that is expected. Woo. Autofollow did not like the Red Bull can. Um, yeah, it's been. I think I'm just facing a lot of things right now all at once, and so I'm probably making this a lot worse. But it is just, with work not quite being what I'd hoped it would be. Some of the things not working out the way that I hoped them to. The investment stuff being even more of a headache here than it was in Vietnam. Um, yeah, just everywhere I turn, I'm doing it wrong today, and missing the mark. So, yeah. Uh, but we're still alive. There's still hope for tomorrow, and if I was a letdown today, I probably going to be a letdown again at some point. Yeah, it can be hard to face, I guess, for me when I feel like I'm doing good and I feel like I'm trying really hard and I do feel like I'm making lots of progress, and then to have stuff kind of thrown in my face like I'm or just to have it made very apparent that I'm just not quite making the cut. Yeah. Anyways, I am grateful to be alive, grateful to be working, grateful to have the opportunities that I do, and that the internet exists and I get to post my thoughts instead of keeping them inside and never being able to share them. So it's a good way for me to get stuff out. But anyways, most of the time I'm wrong about the stuff that I think. So if you feel like you're disappointing somebody today, the reality is you're probably not. And you're probably just in your head about some things because it's a bad day. But I hope you have a good day regardless.